Welcome. Welcome to the Collegewise virtual college fair this evening. We have a killer list of institutions that you get to hear from tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I just have a few housekeeping items before I turn it over to our presenters this evening. You'll be able to use the Q&A at the bottom of your screen, and I would just encourage you to write the school's name within your question so they know who you're addressing your question to, and the correct person can answer that question. So just make sure you put the school name in your question. This is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you, and so that's why we're asking you to use that Q&A feature at the bottom. This presentation is being recorded and will be available on the same page where you registered, which is that strivescan.com/collegewise. And there are more sessions happening tonight and tomorrow, so feel free to sign up for additional sessions. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our panelists. Tonight, first, you're going to get to hear from Florida Memorial University.
I'm good. Okay, so good evening. Thank you for having me. First off, my name is Eric Foster. I'm an admissions counselor here at Florida Memorial University, located in Miami Gardens. We are a private school, HBCU. We're not too far from the Dolphin Stadium, and I'm going to share my screen with you, and we'll get into what our university has to offer. Fair warning, just a heads up, I have a smoke detector problem going on my batteries, and it's killing me. So my apologies, but let me get into it. So here you go. As you can see, this is our school. Welcome to Florida Memorial University. You'll see the CAF, the plots. This is different things, pretty much good views of what campus is like. Our vision is building on the traditions of our past and harnessing the richness of our present. Our mission is to install in our students the values of leadership, character, and service to enhance their lives and the lives of others on our campus, in our community, and in the world through a transformational liberal arts education. This is some background history on the school. We were founded in 1879 in Live Oak, Florida. It's located pretty close up to Tallahassee, Jacksonville area. Moved into Jacksonville in 1892, and then St. Augustine in 1918. In 1968, we became Florida Memorial College in Miami Gardens, and in 2004, we became Florida Memorial University. Our admissions requirements for the summer are 2.0 to a 2.39 unweighted GPA, a minimum ACT score of a 13, and a minimum SAT score of a 500. Having these credentials will get you into our summer bridge program, and in which you'll be enrolled in 6 credits. As long as you pass those 6 credits, you'll be able to continue your enrollment in the fall. If you do choose to come for the fall instead, you'll need a 2.4 GPA, a minimum ACT of a 17, and a minimum SAT of a 700. Degree programs. Well, we're one of 2 schools in the state of Florida where we actually have an aviation program that you can graduate from in 4 years and be a certified pilot. One of our illustrious alumni is Barrington Irvin, who just recently received a lot of recognition for his efforts in flying back and forth to the Bahamas, helping out with the hurricanes that happened over there within the past year, I believe, last fall. We also have a Department of Social Sciences, which is big in psychology, sociology, and social work. Those are some huge majors right now as far as what's going on in the world in mental health, criminal justice, law, and government as well. Department of Computer Science, Mathematics, and Technology. We have a new program here, Gaming and Esports. We'll be the first HBCU to be able to offer this degree program. It's built around different things as far as games, building games, technology, all that good stuff. We got a lot of good things going on with that. Mathematics, information systems, cybersecurity, which is a huge field right now as well, and computer sciences. Department of Arts and Humanities, communications, public relations, TV broadcasting, music production, and music. School of Education, we have a long list of great degrees in that area from math, science, reading, all those good things, and we go all the way up into a master's program, right? Department of Health and Natural Sciences. So this is a degree program or a school that I get a lot of questions about just because so many people want to go into the health field. Well, we offer degrees in the area of biology with a concentration in radiology, just a regular bachelor's degree in biology, chemistry, and a concentration in radiochemistry. We actually are able to boast that one of our alumni is the first Black female radiochemist. She was the first Black female to get a PhD in radiochemistry. Environmental sciences, engineering and physics, which is a dual degree program with Florida International University, and biology and nursing, which is also a dual degree program with Florida International University and University of Miami. And we've also recently added healthcare administration. Our School of Business goes all the way up to an MBA, which is a great program. If you when you graduate with your MBA, it's estimated that you will make up to $115,000 a year salary wise within 2 years of graduation. We have a degree program in hospitality management if you're interested in going into the hospitality field, whether that be hotels, restaurants, different things like that. Finance, marketing, and accounting. I love to talk about finance because so many students already have a degree, or excuse me, so many students are already into that area of marketing with spam pages on social media. This is our tuition. Like I said, we are a private school. That number at the bottom, $24,536, excuse me, is our out the door cost of tuition. That's with everything included, housing, fees, food, all that good stuff. These are some scholarships we have here. So our Presidential Leadership Scholarship is for students with a 4.0 GPA, minimum SAT score of a 1370, minimum ACT of a 32. This includes 100% of your tuition and fees and partial housing. Our Academic Excellence Scholarship is for students with a 3.6 to a 3.99, minimum SAT score of a 1280, minimum ACT of a 27. That also includes 100% of your tuition and fees, but it does not cover housing. And then our Academic Achievement Scholarship is for students with a 3.4 to a 3.59 unweighted GPA, a minimum SAT score of 1180, and a minimum ACT score of a 23. That includes 50% of your tuition and fees. This is our Line Transfer Scholarship for students who have over 60 credits or a degree and they're transferring in with a 3.0. You're able to get up to 50% of your tuition and fees covered. Some of our different things that students can get involved with on campus: student government, fraternity and sororities, FMU Royal Court, Mr. and Miss Homecoming, ROTC, Lion Country Peer Educators, Honors Council, Youth Alive Bible Club, NAACP, Gospel Choir, Alliance for Justice, and Caribbean International Student Association. We do have housing on campus as well, traditional and apartment style dorms. And then these are some of our sports that we have. As far as men's, we have baseball, basketball, soccer, track and field, and football. Women's, we're actually bringing flag football and softball on this year. We also have indoor, outdoor volleyball, track and field, soccer, and basketball. If you would like to, these are 4 steps to apply. Am I pressing on my time right now?
You're coming up on the end, yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just about finished. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
These are 4 steps to apply. It's a $25 application fee online. Submit your federal student aid FAFSA. It's already October 1st. I hope you've already done that. And then submit your final transcript and ACT, SAT scores. This is our contact information, Florida Memorial University. You can get our phone number on there, all that good stuff. This is our address as to where you could send us anything, mail, transcripts, or anything you may want to request. And I'm done.
Thank you so much, Eric and Florida Memorial University. Don't forget to put those questions in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up is Florida Southern College.
All right, that's me. Hi, everyone. My name is Shannon Barnes. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Florida Southern. Florida Southern is a small private college in Lakeland, so we're right smack dab in the middle of the state, about an hour into Tampa, about an hour into Orlando, in a town of about 100 to 110,000. We're a smaller school, about 3,000 students. That includes about 500 students in graduate programs. But within those 3,000 students, we cover a lot of ground. So we've got 70 different programs that you can go into. Some of the big ones that we see students come through for would be anything in the biological or life sciences. So biology, marine biology, integrative biology, biochemistry, molecular biology. We have a direct entry nursing program. If you're looking at getting your Bachelor of Science in Nursing, have a really strong exercise science program that leads into a Doctor of Physical Therapy program at Florida Southern. We're the #2 education program in the state. So if you're looking at education, there's a super cool charter school on campus called the Roberts Academy that you get a lot of hands-on work in. And we do have an option to do your Master's of Education as an additional program. So you spend 5 years, get 2 degrees. Same thing for business. If you're looking at business, we have 4+1 programs available for options in like Masters of Accountancy and Masters of Business Administration. And then the School of Arts and Sciences covers pretty much everyone else, everything from like musical theater through to philosophy and English. But kind of regardless of what you're studying, Florida Southern really emphasizes kind of high impact experiences, which looks very different depending on the major, but could be you getting involved in like first year science research, doing work with the Tiny Earth Network. It could be you getting a chance to work with those Bloomberg terminals and getting a chance to really dive into finance work. It could be you developing an independent project as part of the honors program. So there's really a lot of different options that are available to students. One of the things that we really kind of try to frame Florida Southern around is the 3 guarantees. So to give you a little bit of information on those, there's a couple of things that we really think form the backbone of the Florida Southern College educational experience. The first one is study abroad. We actually guarantee study abroad. So no matter what you're majoring in, no matter what you're doing in terms of doing a 4+1 program, you're going to get the chance to travel abroad. A lot of that is done at no extra cost to the students. So there's a pretty cool option there. We also do guarantee internships to students. So whether that's here in Lakeland, getting into Tampa or Orlando, participating in one of the programs we run through Washington, DC, or up in New York. Lots of options there. And then we also guarantee graduation in 4 years. So we really spend a lot of time making sure that students come into Florida Southern, have a great time, and then graduate ready to either move on into the working world or into graduate school. Give or take about 1/3 of our students will continue on to grad school at some level. The other 2/3 will be employed at a pretty wide variety of different places. We're a residential campus. Give or take about 60% of our students are from Florida and about 40% from out of state, but we are definitely not the kind of place that empties out over the weekend. There's always stuff to do. You can kind of see down in the bottom left-hand corner there what our campus looks like. We're butted up right against Lake Hollingsworth, so it's a super beautiful campus to explore. Most students will be in kind of traditional residence halls like you see in the photos for the first couple of years and then move into apartments that the school owns. Sports-wise, we're an NCAA Division II school, so if you're interested in playing varsity sports or getting involved in club sports or intramural sports, you're more than welcome to drop a question in the chat and I can connect you with relevant coaches. Kind of on the extracurricular side of things, if sports aren't your jam, there's plenty of other ways to get involved, everything from Greek life to like Disney Club to Cat Club. So one of the things that we get asked a lot is what kind of we're looking for in a student. And I really emphasize that we're looking for students who are going to get involved and have a chance to really contribute to campus, regardless of what that looks like. Because there's all sorts of different students at Florida Southern. I think that commitment to being part of that community is the kind of common thread. Application-wise, we are a free application, so there's no fee. You don't need a fee waiver to apply, and you can do so through the Common Application, the Coalition Application, or Florida Southern. We have our own application that you can fill out if you'd like. We are test optional for this year, so if you haven't been able to take the SATs or the ACTs, don't worry about it. We'll evaluate your application for admission, for the honors program, for scholarships. All of that stuff is test optional this year. Letters of recommendation are also optional this year. I know a lot of students have had trouble accessing those from their school counselor. So if you're looking at not being able to get a letter of recommendation, ideally we'd like to have one, but it is not 1,000,000% necessary. If you do have any questions about any of these figures, you're more than welcome to get a hold of me. I'm here as a resource. Scholarships wise, like I said, you're automatically evaluated for merit scholarships when you apply, and those are test optional. There are a couple of prestige scholarship programs that do require a separate application, but those can cover up to full costs. That's tuition fees, room, board, and additional travel funds. We also have options for students to explore kind of artistic or other talent-based scholarships. So if you're looking at coming into a musical field or a theatrical field at Florida Southern, there's plenty of options to do that as well. Visit-wise, I always suggest checking out some of the videos that are available online just to kind of get a good idea of the campus. And there's my contact information. So if you need anything, you can scan the thing or go to the flsouthern.edu website and connect with one of us.
Thank you, Shannon and Florida Southern College. Next up is Lynn University.
Hi there, thanks so much for joining us tonight. My name is Karen and I am from Lynn University in Boca Raton, Florida. So we are sandwiched right between Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. So just south of Florida Southern, we're on the ocean side of the state. So a really convenient location, especially for folks who are traveling back and forth via airplanes and whatnot. We are only 5 miles from the beach, and as I recruit mostly students from out of state and mostly students from the Northeast, I have to point out that our average temperature in January is 75 degrees, so that's not terrible either. We're a really small school, just shy of 3,000 undergraduate students. Average class size with us is about 19, and nothing's bigger than 30. We have students from almost all 50 states and almost 100 different countries, so it's an extremely diverse environment for students to learn in. We are very much a hands-on learning environment. You're not going to have classes where faculty talks at you for 2 hours, you scramble down notes, and then you take an exam at the end. That's just not how it goes at Lynn University. It's very much about collaboration, group projects, classroom discussions, all sorts of things to really make sure that you're getting the most out of the content that you're learning in the classroom. We are an iPad school as well. So essentially what that means is that every student who enrolls at Lynn University, you receive an iPad Pro, and all of your books are loaded right on there. So you're not having to purchase books. You're not having to lug books around. You're not having to worry that you spent $500 on a textbook that you didn't open once the entire semester. They're all multi-touch books written by our faculty, so written by the folks that are teaching you the content, loaded right onto your iPad. The multi-touch books are amazing. They can link to things online. You can embed videos into the book. There's even a feature that you can have the text read aloud to you if you want, which is kind of nice if it's maybe a more boring topic that's not so exciting to read about. You can have that read aloud to you. We also use a ton of different apps to submit assignments and communicate with your faculty, also to find out your schedule and what's going on campus. So your iPad really is your lifeline to everything that is Lynn University. We are a liberal arts school, but we have about 30 different majors to choose from. Our biggest are business, communication, and psychology, but we do have a little bit of everything from graphic arts and game design to a conservatory of music, a college of aeronautics and professional pilot, fashion and retail, sport management, education, communication, political science, a little of everything. When you apply to Lynn, you're accepted to any major of your choosing, with the exception of our BFA in musical theater and drama and our conservatory of music. Those are audition programs, but you are accepted to any major of your choosing. And if you come in with your major selected, you're actually going to start taking classes in that major in the first semester of your freshman year. We also have a general curriculum that all of our students take regardless of your major. We call it the dialogues. Typically students take between 4 and 5 classes per semester. Usually ends up being 2 or 3 in your major and then 2 or 3 in the general curriculum. So you're always going to have a little bit of both during your time at Lynn. Our general curriculum, we're giving you skills that you can use in any job, whether you're an attorney, whether you're a pilot, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a physician. There's certain skills that you need for every part of your life. So this general curriculum focuses on critical thinking, problem solving, and collaborative learning, because again, those are skills that you're always going to need to have, but we're trying to give you real life skills. For example, quantitative reasoning, that's our math requirement, but instead of doing just a college geometry or college algebra, our students do personal finance. You learn about the stock market, planning for your retirement, should you buy a car or lease a car? So again, real world things that you're going to use well after your time at Lynn. We are a residential campus, which means that housing is mandatory for freshman year and for sophomore year. Junior and senior year housing is available, but not required. We have double and triple rooms in 6 co-ed residence halls spread throughout the campus. About 70% of our students actually come from outside of Florida. So most students are not local to the area. So home is a very long car ride, or in most cases, a very long plane ride away. So that keeps our student body really active and really engaged. We are Division II for all of our athletic conferences. We play in the Sunshine State Conference, excuse me. We have won 25 national titles since 1991, most recently back-to-back men's golf. A couple of years ago, we did back-to-back men's soccer national champs. So athletics are a lot of fun and well supported by the entire campus community. We also have club and intramural sports, a really active theater and performing arts program, sororities, fraternities, every club under the sun, ranging from college Republicans and college Democrats to community service groups, student government, you name it, we have it on campus. But the city of Boca Raton is amazing. It's got everything you need: malls, movie theaters, places to go out, places to eat. We're 5 miles from the beach, concerts, professional sports. So there's always something to do. And that's the best part about Lynn in my eyes, is its location. You get a small campus residential feel, but in a decent sized city. So again, there's always something to do and always something going on, whether it be on or off campus. I am one of the admission counselors, so I review applications on a daily basis. We have 2 forms of admission: early action and regular decision. Our early action program, of course, is non-binding. You can apply to Lynn in 20 other schools. It's just an early notification program. And then that deadline is the 15th of November. And then regular decision deadline is the 1st of March. Once your application is received, it's a very, very thorough review process. We take everything into consideration. So your recommendations, your transcripts, what classes you've taken, all that is considered. It's not just a cut and dry, this is your GPA, this is your test score. We actually are a test optional university. So if you want to submit SAT or ACT scores, you can. You don't want to, you don't have to. So that's completely up to you. We've been test optional for about the last 5 years now. So it's something we're very familiar with and very comfortable with. And last but certainly not least, we do award academic merit scholarships to all of our accepted students. They range between $7,000 and $18,000 per year. So essentially, the higher your GPA, the higher your academic scholarship will be. My contact information is in the bottom corner of the slide. If you need anything, feel free to reach out at any time. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Karen and Lynn University. Wow, I'm already learning so many great things about these institutions, and we still have several to go. Next up, you get the opportunity to hear from St. Leo University.
Just going to share my screen, so bear with me for one moment. Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Connor Schaefer, and I am one of the assistant directors here at St. Leo University, located in Tampa Bay, Florida. I am actually a proud alumni of St. Leo University. I did study here on campus for my undergraduate and graduate degree from the Northeast, so I completely understand what it is like to go over 1,000 miles away from home. Again, thank you for taking some time out of your evening to learn about all these great Florida institutions. So just to kind of give you an overview of what St. Leo University is about. We actually were very excited. We always are consistently ranked among some of the best regional institutions according to US News and World Reports. And this year we did increase our ranking to number 4 for best value in the South. So what is St. Leo University? St. Leo University was established in 1889 and is the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We actually are the 2nd largest Catholic institution in the country based on our enrollment, serving just under 20,000 students worldwide. Now, if you come and visit our campus tomorrow, you're going to be like, Connor, I do not see 20,000 students on campus. And you're right. So here on main campus, we roughly have this year about a little over 3,000 students, but the other 17,000 students can be found at any of our other locations, which is educational centers throughout the country and our worldwide online program as well. St. Leo University, we actually do have a couple different ways you can apply to campus. You can either apply through our online application through our website for free, or you can apply on the common application as well. And like I said, the application is free. So either way, whatever's easiest for you, we definitely want to make this process as simple as possible for you. We do have over 50 academic programs at St. Leo, so there's a pretty wide variety of different programs you can take advantage of on campus. Some of our highlighted things that students seem to be taking more interest in the last few years is our honors program and also some of our accelerated degree programs. So the type of accelerated degree programs we have to offer is going to be mainly our 3+1 programs. So for example, you can come to St. Leo and get for your undergrad for 3 years and study marketing for your bachelor's, and then you could stay 1 extra year for your master's as well. So there's a couple different programs you can get involved with for an accelerated program. A unique accelerated program that is newer within the last few years is going to be our 3+3 pathway to law school. So basically what this program is going to be 3 years of your undergrad in any major you would like with a legal studies minor, But we also have a partnership with Barry University down in Miami and Florida State University up in Tallahassee for those law schools. So as long as you follow the program requirements throughout your 3 years at St. Leo, unfortunately, you still have to take the LSAT, but that really does set you up for success to get into those law programs. We are test optional and we've been test optional. So if anyone is a sophomore, a freshman even, or a junior watching these presentations today, we will still be test optional for you in the future. St. Leo has been really growing in the health industry. So we've always had our biology pre-med program. Last year, we added our medical humanities program. And this year we added brand new health education and health promotion. We're very excited to announce the launching, and we just got the approval of our nursing program to start for fall 2021. So the health industry is definitely going to be an area that's growing at St. Leo. On campus, we're very excited. I always said as a student, it's not St. Leo if there's not something new on campus. And last year we opened our Benedict's Coffee House, which serves Starbucks products. And we are currently under construction for our wellness center, which will open in fall 2021. At the bottom of your screen, you can see our student population. We do represent over 100 countries and 44 states. And the one thing I said that was really cool as a student is you never know who you're going to be sitting next to in a classroom. It could be someone from New York, California, Brazil, Canada, England. It's just such a cool thought you can meet people from around the world. Don't worry about going so far away from home. We actually are the safest campus in the state of Florida and 7th nationally. So that's one thing you never have to worry about being unsafe. I'm not going to go over all of these, but this is just to kind of give you a good example of what campus life is at St. Leo. If you're looking to be a student athlete, we are Division II, a part of the Sunshine State Conference, and we have over 22 different athletic programs you can get involved with. We have a pretty strong Greek life and many different student organizations, over 70 on campus you can get involved with. I always said I loved going on our off-campus trips. We do take our students to places like Disney World, Universal, a lot of the professional sporting teams in the Tampa Bay area. We're the educational partners of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's one thing a lot of our students are able to go to those NFL games at a discounted rate. We are residential, so a majority of our students do live on campus through our 14 different residential halls. We bring concerts to campus. We do monthly bingo where you win flight vouchers, Apple products, Xboxes. It's just a cool atmosphere that you never get bored when it comes to being on campus. So we do actually have physical tours on campus that would just be individual, personalized for your family. But if it's a little bit harder to get down to Florida right now, which we completely understand, we do actually host daily virtual events, and we do have our virtual open house coming up on November 7th that we encourage you to definitely register for, learn about St. Leo, get a micro scholarship in the meantime. And then just to wrap up today, just to show you my contact information, again, my name is Connor Schaefer. I've been in your shoes. I went to school 1,000 miles away. I'm here to make this process as simple as possible for you. So definitely you can reach me by email or phone listed on the screen. If for some reason you don't get a hold of myself, definitely email our admissions office and they will get back to you ASAP. But thank you again, everyone, for taking some time out of your day. And hopefully we talk to you in the near future. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Connor and St. Leo University. I'm giving a last call to put those questions in the chat this evening. Our final presentation tonight will be from the University of South Florida.
Good evening, everyone. So my name is Danielle Castro, and I am one of the out-of-state recruiter advisors for University of South Florida. So I'm just pulling up my presentation real quick for you guys, but just to kind of talk to you a little bit about USF. We were founded in 1956. So although we are one of the younger state university systems institutions in Florida, we have grown pretty quickly within those few years. We have a total of enrollment of about 50,000 students across all 3 of our campuses. Yes, so if you look at the screen, you will see a map of Florida and notice that we have 3 areas or 3 campuses in which you guys can study at within the USF system. About 37,000 of the students that we have are going to be the undergraduate students. We do have a lot of graduate students as well, studying their master's and doctoral programs. So if that's ever something that our students are looking to do as far as continuing education with that, we do have those opportunities as well. We do like to pride ourselves in the fact that we are a large institution, but we keep it very individualized and personalized for the classroom experience. And so with that, you'll notice that our student to faculty ratio is about 21 students to a faculty member and about 33 students on a class average. So again, on the smaller scale, which is nice because students will still feel like an individual within their classrooms, within their program, and even on campus, because they're not just a number to our faculty members. They are an individual with a personality and with a career goal post-graduation. And that's what we're here to help with. So there is a lot of opportunity for our students on campus. USF is a Tier 1 research institution, which means that we do offer research across all 3 campuses and across every single one of our over 200 programs. So our students can do double major and even minors or double minors if they want to. They don't have to, but that is a great opportunity for them to take advantage of their programs while they're here. And the research and internships can start as early as freshman year, which offers up a lot of opportunities for our students as far as being able to get that hands-on experience early on. That's super important so that students can really figure out if this is something that they can see themselves doing full-time after school. On the flip side to that, with the research, we know that a lot of students don't always think about doing research at the undergrad level. They think it's more stuff that they will be doing once they get into a graduate program. And so this really opens another door for them and really opens their mindset to what they can achieve even during their undergraduate years. One of our really big proud moments that we love to talk about in the research area is right now our dance department, so our fine arts dance department and our engineering students have collaborated to make the dancing wheelchair. It will receive a US granted patent and the students will be published for their research before they graduate. What this device is going to allow individuals to do is to glide across a stage with just the movement of their torso. So a lot of neat components as far as, again, both the engineering students are going to play with the electrical and the mechanical aspects of it, but then as well as our dance students who really have that passion, and there might be other individuals with that passion as well that haven't gotten to experience it in the same manner. So this is going to open up a whole new avenue for those individuals, which is pretty cool. Along with those internships and research opportunities, one big aspect that we really enjoy as far as being able to offer opportunities quickly to our students is that we do have 3 hospitals right on campus. So we do have a very big health professions area for our students. It tends to be one of the more popular programs along with engineering and College of Business and Psychology. But really special with our health professions is that with those 3 hospitals on campus, we do have the Moffitt Cancer Center, Shriners Children's Hospital, and the Veterans Hospital, as well as we have a partnership with Tampa Bay General Hospital that's right on the waterfront in the Tampa Bay area across from our Morsani College of Medicine. So again, lots of opportunities there. But we not only want students to have a healthy academic life on campus, but also a healthy social life. So just as diverse as our programs are, we've got a great student population of all 50 states, all US territories, and over 140 countries represented. And that offers, again, a wide array of opportunities for our students to get involved. They're going to meet people from countries that they've never heard of, from places that they might want to travel to. And so that cultural immersion gets to start on campus. But then we have over 700 clubs and organizations. So everything ranging from Greek life, professional networking, intramural sports, cultural immersion clubs. We even have clubs for students. So for instance, if they're going to be project managers and are working on their AMA certification, or future dentists of Florida. So pretty much anything you can think of. We even have a chocolatiers club. So students get together once a week and they try chocolate from around the world. So there's pretty much something for everyone. We do offer study abroad. So when we hear how diverse of a population we have of students, we do offer that. Right now, obviously with COVID, it's looking a little bit modified, but there are opportunities as early as freshman year, and students are able to participate in it multiple semesters. So it's not just a one and done, and they don't have to wait until further into the academic program to participate in it. A couple of other things that students can get involved with is we do have 17 NCAA Division I sports teams. All of the games are free admissions for our students. One really cool one is that we have the USF football team play at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. So for those students that haven't gotten to experience an NFL game in person, we host all of our home games there. So whenever we get a touchdown, we get the cannons shot off just like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do, which is pretty neat. We also have a busing system on campus that will transport the students from campus to the home games there, as well as we do have the Museum of Science and Industry across the way from us, and our Busch Gardens theme park nearby. On the next slide, I just have some quick information regarding our application process. We are going to be requiring your application, which we are available on Common App, Coalition app, and the Visual Designer VZ application on the USF webpage. We are requiring that you guys are sending in official test scores and official transcripts. Florida Board of Governors is requiring the 12 state university system schools still send and require for those tests to be sent in. So we have extended the deadline as far as being able to have in all of your priority documents, along with having everything completed for scholarship and admissions consideration. There is a QR code on the screen. You guys are more than welcome to take a picture of it, and it will take you to our inquiry form right on our website. And then we also do have 3 different tiers of scholarship opportunities for our out-of-state students as well. You will need to meet the recalculated GPA and then one of the test scores. You don't have to get both, but you will need to meet at least one of the test score requirements and the high school recalculated GPA. And then lastly, this is my contact information. So if you guys have any questions or need to reach out, please do not hesitate to contact us. The email, whether you use mine or the admissions one, you guys are coming from the West Coast, it will come straight to me, or another recruiter will be able to also answer questions for you as well.
Thank you, Danielle, and the University of South Florida. I'm going to now invite all of my presenters, or all the presenters, to turn back on their cameras. And Danielle, if you want to stop sharing your screen. And I am going to invite everyone to either one, answer a question that you got in the chat that you'd like to answer verbally, or share a piece of advice for our audience, seniors and their families, maybe a campus tradition, maybe a fun fact. We'll go in the order in which you presented. So that means Eric is up first. Eric and Florida Memorial University, sorry.
So I'm just waiting for students to ask questions.
No, if there was a question that was asked that maybe you didn't get the chance to answer, you're welcome to answer it verbally. Or if you want to just share a fun fact that maybe about your college or university that you didn't share before, or a fun campus tradition that you think the audience might like to hear.
Okay. So I did get all the questions, I believe. Something that I could share about the university that I didn't share before. Well, we are home to the National Negro Anthem. Licensing, it was actually conducted and written by some of our former faculty members here at the university. I think that's something that would be share worthy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Next, let's hear from Shannon at Florida Southern College.
Yeah, absolutely. To address the point about advice, I think my biggest thing that I always tell students is come talk to us. We're here as resources. Every single one of us is here because we enjoy working with students. We want to help you through this journey. So I promise there are no stupid questions. Like, we've heard a lot of questions during our time in college admissions. You're probably not the first person to ask it, but that's what we're here for. So utilize us as resources. And in terms of campus traditions, you can see behind me, Florida Southern is home to a really big collection of Frank Lloyd Wright architecture. So one of the great American architects really came through and redesigned our campus. And the centerpiece of that is actually this super cool fountain called the Water Dome that's as tall as the library when the Jets are on full blast. And so the seniors every year get to go in and do what they call Senior Splash, where they get to have a pool party in it, which is super cool and like a great way to kind of round out your time at Florida Southern.
I love that tradition. And I'd also like to just reiterate what Shannon said, like, you as college students or students applying for college, you're going to get a lot of advice from a lot of people. And so just making sure that you're paying attention to the source of that advice. And so making sure that you're getting the advice from the experts, and whether that's your school counselors, whether it's the admissions officers at the institutions that you're working at or looking for. Next up, Karen from Lynn.
I think my one piece of advice, especially this year in this current climate that we are in, is if you are really considering a university, it's a university that you plan to apply to, a university that you're really, really interested in, open the emails that come from that university. I know we send a lot and I'm so sorry about that, but most of the time it is important information that could either help you make your decision or give you more resources to take advantage of. So if it's a, if a school you're not looking at, okay, fine. But if it's a school that you really are considering or at least planning to apply to, I would definitely encourage you to keep checking your emails from those schools. And kind of a fun fact about Lynn, some of you may know or not know, back in 2012, we actually hosted the third and final presidential debate on our campus. It was between then President Barack Obama and Mitt Romney. And it was the third and final debate of that 2012 election season. It was really exciting. And we were the youngest school to ever host that debate, and we were the smallest school. So it was definitely a big feat for us, but something we're very, very proud of.
What a great opportunity for your students, your staff, and your community. That's really cool. Next up, Connor from St. Leo University.
So I think I'm gonna go because I think all the good advice was already given. So I think I'll go more with a tradition, we'll say. With it being Halloween just a couple of days away, so St. Leo does this really cool thing. It's called Haunted Marmion, where one of our first year areas is split between female and males. And on the male side, we do it like a haunted house, the whole building. And then on the female side, it's more of like a friendly, less scary option for the community. And students basically, we have the community come on campus. They actually go trick-or-treating in our first year hall. So that's kind of a cool event, just really brings the community together. And then I guess the fun fact is, if anyone's familiar with the show Tanked on Animal Planet, we actually had our own episode back in like 2013, where they actually came and made a fish tank for one of our lobbies for our residence hall. So it's pretty cool.
Hey, so neat. And that haunted house, like what a great time in this semester to relieve some stress, right? And just relax and enjoy. Thanks, Connor. And finally, Danielle from the University of South Florida.
So I would say piece of advice, just echoing as Florida Southern said, please, 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 we can't stress it enough. If you guys have questions, come and ask us. I'm definitely that person that asks tons of questions all the time, repeatedly, but it's better for you guys to ask us those questions than at some point during your application, or if you're sitting at home with your parents, you feel stuck and then it's at a time of the night where you can't get a hold of us, or you feel like it's too late now in the application process. Don't ever hesitate to reach out to us. That is what we're here for. So please, please, please make sure that you do reach out. And we've all had our contact information, so just take it down and make sure that you reach out accordingly to whomever you need to, address concerns or questions with. I would say my favorite tradition on campus is we have an international week in the fall. As I mentioned, we have a very diverse population, and so we wind up having pretty much every single country represented out on our student lawn by our student union center, the Marshall Student Center. And we'll have students that do a flag ceremony where they get to come out and represent each of their countries and carry their flags. And then we'll have perspective tables and tents where they'll get to show off either different dances from their culture, different traditions that they each have, different cuisine. That's the best part. You get to try all the food. But getting to have that cultural immersion experience right on campus and learn more about your peers that are on campus with you.
That sounds incredible. And what a point of pride too, for students who are able to share that with their peers. Well, with that, I am going to share a few closing announcements. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Seniors, I hope you take some time to just relax and enjoy your senior year too. There's still a lot to celebrate. As you close out tonight, there'll be a quick 4-question survey. We hope that you'll provide us with some feedback. Sign up for more sessions at www.strivescan.com/collegewise. There's lots of sessions both tonight and tomorrow. The recording of this session will be available within a week at that website that I just referenced. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you.